he was sort of interested in the Western music.
It would be, you'd be playing records and look at the fashion magazines and pop magazine to try and see what the outside world is doing. Although by the time we got the magazines, they were about a couple of months old, but it was still news, you know, because that was the only way to be up to date with the Western world.
Farrukh's yearning to see foreign lands was granted at the age of 8½, when his parents decided that his education would be better served by a spell in an Indian boarding school. In the summer of 1955, he set sail on an epic journey across a vast expanse of ocean, leaving all that was familiar behind him. After an 8-week journey, Farrukh arrives in Bombay, the northwestern Indian port that his Parsi ancestors helped build. He combats the stress of being an 8-year-old alone at sea for so long by picturing the continent that awaits him. Like most visitors, his first sight of the city is the gateway to India. A city of 16 million inhabitants, Bombay is pure culture shock for little Farrukh. Hailing from a town of 60,000, he is dazed and confused by the noise and bustle. With a sense of joyous anticipation commingling with his fear of the unknown, he sets off on the train journey southeast. Hour after hour, the Indian countryside flies past Farrukh's eyes. But his sense of wonder is tempered by homesickness, worries about his sister's emotional well-being, anxiety about what awaits him, and a general sadness that he must pay for a superior education with this enormous separation from family and home.
Mustafa, Mustafa, Mustafa Ibrahim. Mustafa, Mustafa, Mustafa Ibrahim. Hey!
In transit through Pune, a bastion of influence during Gandhi's campaign for Indian independence, he is confronted for the first time by the depths of the continent's poverty. The bus takes him on to Panchgani, the Mecca of the Maharashtra province, 1,334 meters above sea level. In 1955, before his 9th birthday, and at the end of a 60-day journey since leaving his parents in Zanzibar, Farrukh arrives in the town that'll be his home for the next 8 years and enrolls at St. Peter's Church of England School.
My name is Roy Robinson and I am currently the officiating principal at St. Peter's School, Panchgani. The school was founded in the year 1902. It is a residential public school which presents boys for the Indian Certificate of Secondary Education examination. Farrukh Balsara came to St. Peter's as a boarder from Zanzibar in the year 1955. The exact date on which he came was the 14th of February. He was good in sports, music and art, and he soon came to be known as Freddie. Unfortunately, Freddie left St. Peter's on the 25th of February 1963, having failed in the Class 10 examination.
A thorough route through the original school journals reveals that Freddie acted in a variety of plays, more often than not playing women's parts. At school festivities, he began singing in public, wowing the assembly with standards like O Sole Mio and The Champ of the Gypsies. He was an accomplished boxer, a good singer, an outstanding pianist, an unbeatable table tennis player, and a thoroughly mediocre cross-country runner.
Panchgani, February 5th, 1958. Dear Mom and Dad, I hope you are all well and Kashmira's cold is better. Don't worry, I'm fine. Me and my friends at the Ashley house are like a second family. The teachers are very strict and discipline is most important here at St. Peter's. I'm very happy to tell you that I was awarded the big trophy, Best All-Rounder, Junior. I received a big trophy and they even took a photograph, which will appear in the annual school magazine. I'm very proud and I hope you are too. Send my love to Cash. I love my little sister as I love you all. Farak.
Very, very loving, both of them for each other. He always adored his sister, always adored her.
I recall it was time for him to go back to boarding school and we were getting him ready to go to the ship and he wanted to give me a parting gift. I picked these lovely slides, hair slides, and I says, I want those. And he says, no, you can't have those. I haven't got enough, that's too much money. You can have something else. I says, no, if I can't have those, I don't want anything. And I remember saying, oh, all right then, and he bought me those. So I can remember that very well because he was so generous even then. That was his nature.
I'd like to feel that I'm just being my honest self. And as far as I'm concerned, I just want to pack in as much of life and fun, having a good time, as much as I can within the years I have.
But when he used to come on holidays, they were so much attached, and I could see the difference, when he had to go back to school. But we couldn't help it.